Okay, welcome back. Here's video 5. But let's do a quick recap. So we did an introduction video. We talked about, does ergonomics work? We moved into video number 2, which was neutral positioning in general. Video number 3, examples of neutral positioning. Video number 4, taking neutral positioning and applying it to your house. And now we're at video number 5. We're going to take a little bit of a step away from neutral positioning, and instead we're going to talk about the second big thing, changing positions and movement. So again, 2 big principles to ergonomics. Number 1, work in a neutral position. Number 2, move. Change positions. Don't stay in a static position all day long. So in video number 5, as we start to get into this here, complete page 6 of your workbook, and then we'll be ready to wrap this up. So when we're thinking about movement, we're going to start with the first activity that you completed, and that was to rank the following items from most important to least important in predicting your comfort at home. So let's just look at those answers. Now what you're going to notice about this is that furniture and a sit-to-stand desk, and whether you're working at a desk or dining room table, are not the things that determine how comfortable you are at home. The things that determine how comfortable you are at home are getting up and moving, working in a neutral position, varying your work activities, and choosing break time activities that are significantly different from your work activities. Why? Because movement allows your body to restart. Movement allows your blood to flow. Movement allows your body to stretch. Changing position and working on the couch or working on your bed or working at your table or working at your desk, changing position, and this is also true when you're at the office, changing position is the best way to get more comfortable. And in a close second, or even tied for first, the idea of neutral positioning. So we don't need to go and get you a stand desk. We don't need to go and get you a new desk. We need to think about how are we setting things up with what we have to get into neutral positioning and to change position. That brings us back to that true and false statement from page 1 of your workbook. True or false? If I am physically uncomfortable working in a seated position at home, I must need a sit-to-stand desk. That answer is false. Just as the second one is false as well. If I'm physically uncomfortable working from home, I need to purchase an office desk and set up an office environment at home. By all means, if you want to go purchase a desk, you can do that. If you want to get a whole bunch of stuff out of one of the rooms in your house because you have an extra room, you just happen to have one, all the power to you. Nothing wrong with doing that. But whether you're working at a desk in a room that you've designated an office or at your kitchen table, you're going to have to do the same things. You have to set things up so that you can work in a neutral position, and also so that you can set your day up so you can move. So it doesn't come down to, do I have an office, do I have a desk? It comes down to, how am I using the environment that I have to be neutral and to move? Because those are your 2 questions. Am I set up for neutral positioning, and am I maximizing my movement and strategies throughout the day while I do my job? So movement is really important. But let's not move away from movement too fast here, shall we? So number 2 is change positions, work in different positions, sit and stand and move. Here's a rule for you. Every hour that you're working, 7 minutes should be spent walking. Okay. So when we're at the office, it was literally walk around the office, move around, go to the photocopier, find a way to move. Plan your day so you have to get up and go places 7 minutes of every hour. Now that you're at home, there's a lot less demands on your time from office colleagues, but there's other demands on your time. So when you take that 15-minute break, are you taking a 15-minute break by sitting on your phone and going on Facebook? Or are you doing dishes? Are you playing with those kids that have been nattering at you for the last 2 hours because they want to play with you, but you have to do work? Find different uses of your time. When you are getting up to go do other things, to take a break from your work, to refresh your mind, do other things. Don't just do more computer stuff. 7 minutes of every hour, you're up and you're moving around. That doesn't mean up and moving around like this on your phone. That means put down your phone, get away from your computer, and literally walk around. Does that mean pacing? Yes, it might mean pacing back and forth up and down your hallway, but move. So break times are different activities. Move around for 7 minutes of every hour. Think about how you schedule your day. Is it possible to schedule your day so that you have phone calls throughout the morning that are mixed in there with computer time? Is it possible that some of your meetings don't have to be on Zoom? Could you get your phone and get your hands-free device and put the headphones in your ear, and could you walk around while you're on the phone with somebody? Do you have to be on Zoom all the time? Zoom's a great tool, or Teams, but we have a phone as well. Can we get the phone going so we don't have to walk around like this? Can we stick it in our pocket and have a phone conversation with somebody? There's examples from the office as well. Right? Can you spread out your meetings throughout the day instead of having them all in the morning? So you mix up computer time and meeting time. Can you mix in filing time in there? Those aren't great examples for today's world because we're doing so much of our work virtually. But you're always thinking about, if I have all these tasks to do, can I somehow spread them out throughout my day so that I'm changing positions regularly? And then the last example that I have up there would be the one I already talked about in the previous video, and that is change positions. If you have a bunch of computer time, can you sit on the couch for a little bit? Can you sit at your workstation for a little bit in your home? Can you change your work environment? Can you take your laptop somewhere else? So we're looking at multiple different strategies to change position and move. That is principle number 2. The first one in this workshop that we've been doing is number 1, which is working in a neutral position, right? So we have these ways of moving. But we also know about spinal curves, and we know about the 90-degree rule for all of our main joints. And we know about now how to kind of set up our computer with things from around our house so that everything relaxes into itself. And we also think our way through posture and base of support and center of gravity of your joints. All of these things come together so that you have these 2 main principles that we work with. So as I leave you today, as we wrap up video number 5 and the end of this video series, I leave you with this. Work in a neutral position and find ways to change positions, work in different positions, and move around throughout your day, and you will discover that it's possible to become much more comfortable working from home, regardless of whether you have a desk, a kitchen table, a kitchen island, or your couch. Stay safe. Thank you so much for taking the time to go through this series with me. I really enjoyed having you. Peace.